All right, guys. So, as always, Facebook family, friends, you guys, you post your comments. I'll get to them after the show. But during the show, I do the live chat with YouTube, my YouTube friends. And so I will be working from YouTube live, and I'll get to you and I'll answer all your questions. So, a lot going on, a lot to talk about. I just want to go over good morning live from Poconos. Good morning. I'm going to try your bag chicken recipe. Awesome. Okay, for those of you who don't know, Cajun Food Wars Tour went live this morning on Jack on the Go. Go check it out. First restaurant in New Orleans we went to. Got to try gumbo, jambalaya, alligator, oysters. I mean, it was crazy. So how was the lockdown in Louisiana? All right, if you've seen my Facebook page, you'll see I went to Bourbon Street. I was Bourbon and some other street, I can't remember, Trudaire or something like that. But I was there, right? And I took a picture up and down the street. I took a wide angle panoramic. Not one person on the road. There was not one car on the road. Not one human. It looked like a ghost town. It was crazy. So I'm thinking, all the restaurants were open. All the, the places to go visit. The World War II museum was open. So, and it was interesting. So traveling there, I ran into a few tourists because they know that, well, I don't know if they're doing it because nobody's around, but nobody's around. So you get to tour New Orleans, go to the Superdome, check everything out you want, and there's nobody around. Now on the freeways, there were people, and on the major roads, there were people, but in all the touristy, in the French Quarter, nobody, which breaks my heart. I went to Cafe Du Monde, and I walked right up and ordered a coffee. So you couldn't go in. So there was some adjustments regarding their lockdown. They're more like California and less like Nashville. Okay, so let me tell you what happens. So I get to my hotel, and I walk in, and just to go from the front door to the elevator, of course, you got to wear a mask. So I get into the elevator, and the first thing I notice, those stickers they put on the floors, they stand 6 feet apart. Yeah, they're in every corner of the elevator, and there's not more than 2 feet between each sticker. And I'm like, what? Why did you put these stickers in the elevator? There's no way we can stand 6 feet apart if our life depended on it. And yet we all stood in our respective corner like we were boxing or something. But then I get up to the room. This hotel was downtown, so the rooms, there were no 2 bedrooms. There was only 1 bedroom. So Paul had to crash on the couch. But the worst part was the shower. Okay, they had a shower. It's kind of cool. They got the shower head where the rain comes down. And let's see. Morning, Mama Bubbles. Welcome back. Good morning from Illinois. Sean Barker. It was nice to see another Wars tour start. Keep up the good work. They're going to keep coming. If I got to do it myself and nobody wants to sponsor it, I'm going. Like, I still got plans to go to New York. So anyway, so I'm in the shower. You cannot get around the shower head. You cannot get out of the way of the water when you turn on the water. So every morning you shower, you are hit by cold water. You can't reach the knobs to turn on the water without being under the shower head that rains down on you. That makes sense. There's no way to get around it. It was the weirdest design. There wasn't another door to come in. There wasn't like a bathtub. It was a walk-in shower that was narrow, so you couldn't get around the shower head. That was a little frustrating. I think the most frustrating part was the workout center. Everything public was closed. So I'm paying full price for my room. I'm paying full price for my timeshare. They charge me every month full price, and I get nothing, no amenities. The valet parking was not working. We had to go park our own car and walk back to the hotel. Okay. The business centers were closed. The pool, jacuzzi, everything was not able to be used. And it was like 80 some odd degrees. So it would have been nice to have all the amenities. So that was a real bummer. And they charge you like $15 a day to park. And I'm thinking, I mean, I'll pay for parking, but give me free parking if you can take away everything else in this hotel that I can do. You know, if you can take away all the amenities I'm paying for, I should get free parking. Sorry, that's just my opinion. Why does it seem like you have less guests on these days? I miss the guys in Cali. Um, I don't have. I have less regulars, but I don't have less guests. So, like for example, I have a lot of guests on the cooking show. I do a lot of guests on Jack and the Go. Paul's back on the Cajun Food Wars tour with me. The next one we're doing, by the way, I'm probably going to be partnering with Paul again, and we have a few. We want to do a Mexican Food Wars tour. We want to go to Mexican restaurants from here down to Alabama, maybe up to Kentucky. I don't know, maybe over to Knoxville. We got to do our research. We're going to let the people pick. I have a place that I think's the best. Paul has a place that he thinks the best. So we're going to hit both those spots. And then we're going to also survey people. From now on, I'm going to be taking suggestions so that Google doesn't direct me anywhere, but you guys direct me where I believe the people over Google. Sorry. Bring an umbrella in the shower. Yeah, right. Jack, that's funny. Why did you, let's see. Not full service because there are less people. No, it's not full service because of COVID. They close everything down. That's what they told me at the front desk. Was there free coffee in the rooms? There was free coffee. Not that I need popcorn, but there was no popcorn. There was creamer, sugar, coffee, decaf. So there was free coffee. That is a great amenity. Hi, Jack Attack. How were the beignets? I took one bite of a beignet. I have to tell you, dipping it in the coffee makes the beignet 100 times better. I mean, that's what Paul told me. He says, you got to dip in the Cafe Du Monde coffee. And so I did. I took the corner of the beignet, dipped in the coffee, and tasted it. It was amazing. It was really amazing. They deep fry their beignets more than they do here in Nashville. The Lost Cajun restaurant makes a lighter, fluffier beignet. This was more of a firmer, dense, kind of a donut beignet. It was interesting. When are you doing the Zoom online call with California guys? I miss Joe Chavez. I haven't set that up yet, but I am going to be setting that up. I haven't contacted everybody. I got to make sure I can get everybody together. I'm not sure I'm going to do them individually or everybody. Trying to get everybody at the same time is awful. Trying to get everybody to come to Jack and Brianna's wedding at the same time was a hard job, a hard task. So when you're trying to get a bunch of people that you care about together, it's always difficult. Did you worry about leaving Junior home alone? No, what you don't understand is I got cameras all over. I got outside cameras, see who's home. I can lock the house if I need to. I got backyard cameras. I got a camera in the living room. So, but I trust Jack Jr. I wouldn't have left if I didn't trust him, or I would have had him stay. I mean, I wouldn't have, when he was a kid, when he was younger and we had to go out, we never vacationed without Jack Jr., but I think 2 times in my entire life since he's been born. And we've always, trusted him. So when he was younger and needed somebody to watch him, we'd have him stay at a friend's house or a relative's house for a few days, and then we'd come back. Jack, I have an awesome message for you. Deep fried Mars bar is very popular in Scotland. Never heard that. Camera in the bathroom? No, obviously not. Hi, Jack. Why do you guys come up with these crazy things? You ask the funniest things. Wow, I'm so hungry now. Yes, you would have had a blast where we went. We went to some really great places. So we went to great coffee places. We went to great breakfast places. We went to great oyster places. We went to great beignet places. We went to great, oh my gosh, jambalaya and gumbo. Hi, Jack. Would you make the bourbon chicken again for dinner? Yeah, probably. I would probably try a different bourbon. I'm not sure what good bourbon tastes like, but it was really good. That came out really good. Let's see. I see so many awesome posts in the official Cooking with Jack group. Yeah, so if you guys don't know it already, let me post this for you because when I get off this broadcast, I'm picking winners. So now's the time. Let me make sure I post the right address. There we go. I have a private Facebook group for Cooking with Jack show. And that's where I'm going to pick all winners from now on. So if you're a part of that group, I'm going to go through the members section. I'm either going to randomly pick members or I'm going to offer something to you. And if you want it, just let me know you want it. So like today I'm giving away, you guys know I'm giving away the Mojo bricks. So if you like your meat, smoking your meat and all that, that's what I'm giving away. So go over to that group, become a member. After that, I'm giving away some show masks. I'm giving away, oh, this is something I'm giving away soon. I got a whole bunch of Mardi Gras beads, real beads from the Mardi Gras spot. I went to the factory outlet that sells all those to Mardi Gras and got myself a whole case of them. So I'm going to be giving a bunch out. I'm going to mail them out to you guys. So join that group. It's going to be fun. I like the bourbon chicken recipe, but you shouldn't pour bourbon into a pan over an open flame. Remove the pan from the flame next time. I understand what you're saying, but that's what the instructions said. Hey there, G. Good morning, Jack. Good morning, Zooted Paras. Let's see, what are Mardi Gras beads for? Well, you guys can probably explain it better than I can because I don't go to Mardi Gras. I don't watch Mardi Gras. I'm not into Mardi Gras. But this is like money. Okay. Now, from what I understand is, it's kind of a very very party-like atmosphere. I don't know if these beads are like money, but you throw them at women and, they'll rip their top off up in the balconies. And that's what I've heard. I don't know. I guess having the more beads on at Mardi Gras makes you more elite or something. I don't know that either. You toss them at Toppins Girls. There you go. That's pretty much it. Show your potatoes. No. Let's see. Loved the cookery video. Yes, thank you. That just went up, and that was interesting. The best is yet to come. I got a behind-the-scenes video. Let me talk about New Orleans. Not only was it a ghost town, I mean, in the tourist areas, it was a ghost town. In the regular areas, it was regular. People driving around like they need to. But I'll tell you this. The town is very, I guess, eclectic, meaning, I guess does that word mean like there was a variety of types of people, nationalities, religions, everything. I mean, it was it was kind of a melting pot like California, where you had everybody together. I felt like it was in Beverly Hills because there was no difference. There was no line of poverty over here and rich over here. It was all intertwined. That's kind of like Beverly Hills. So when I was there, the one thing I noticed, no matter where they came from, no matter who they were in that city, they were the most proud people I've ever met. And I'll talk to you about my horror story. Excuse me. I'll tell you my horror story in a minute, but basically, they were so proud of their city. Every one of them. Didn't matter who the person was or where they came from. They love New Orleans. They're proud of it. And they're like, so what do you think of our city? I mean, they're just proud. They wear it up front. I live in Vegas. See all kinds of stuff. I love it. Yeah, I go to Vegas a lot. We'll be in Vegas, Zooted Pairs, if you want to meet up. I'll be, I think, around August of next year. I'll be taking the kids to Vegas. Let's see, Jackie, you think your channel will get its views up or no? I don't know what you mean. It is what it is. So I don't think anything about my channel other than it's my channel. Who's doing Food Wars with you? The Mexican Food Wars will be done with Paul. That's my buddy Paul from California. We were best friends in California. He moved to Nashville. Then I moved to Nashville. We live about an hour away. We talk almost every day. We talk all the time. Since I moved here, he used to be in the Jack on the Go videos back in Cali. He's probably been in more videos than any other guest. Did you have to wear a mask in New Orleans? Yes. Yeah, let's do dinner. Absolutely. If you want, we can go to the Gordon Ramsay burger place, which won my burger wars. That was amazing. That's an amazing restaurant. Or we could try another restaurant. Doesn't matter. I'll let you pick the place. Excuse me. Let's see. Cheers from Belgium. God bless Belgium. Miss seeing Mitch in your videos. Mm. Mm. Mitch is doing great. Busy, very busy. He has his own insurance company, and he just got into real estate. So that man has been like, he's working it. I'm so proud of him. Okay, I'll think about the place and let you know. Yeah, Zooted Pears, let me know. Mark it on your calendar because I think we already have reservations for next year. So we're definitely going to Vegas. We're gonna show her the shows because Brianna's never been. That's gonna be exciting to take her for the first time. We're gonna show her the shows. We're gonna show her the restaurants. Hopefully movie theaters again will be open if they even exist anymore. Good morning from Canada. I'm late to the party. Good morning. I hope that you're well. I am doing well. I hope you're well too. What days were you in New Orleans? It was Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We were in New Orleans. So what was the night? Oh, okay. Somebody, I don't know who uses Uber. That's my question. Who uses Uber? I'm sure Zooted Pears uses Uber in Vegas because it's really big in Vegas. But I used Uber for the first time, and I'm going to warn you, there are good Uber drivers and there are scummy Uber drivers. And so we called an Uber driver once, and you can't sit in the front seat. You put two if you got three of you, the three of us, and a little car comes by to get you, you need one in the front seat. Or you got to cram, and you're just like not going to cram in a little tiny car. So you're like, dude, go, cancel the ride, and we'll pick another car. Well, there are Uber drivers who will not leave. Like, we can't fit in that car. There's no way. We're going to be crushed. I'm not paying for a ride to be in that car. I'll pay for a bigger car. So I'll go to a larger size car because you can pick the size cars you want. I didn't understand that, but now I do. So as soon as he arrived, if I cancel the ride once he's there, they charge me like $5 and change. That goes to the driver for his inconvenience. Okay. So I basically wanted the ride canceled. He wouldn't cancel it. He can cancel it at his end at no cost. But he sat there. He literally just sat there. So if I don't cancel that ride, it starts charging my card. It starts charging me for the ride. You only get 2 minutes to get in the car. Okay, then it starts charging. It'll charge me for the ride. So I was like, really? You're gonna sit there and milk me? So that was one incident. Another incident, a guy comes up, everything in the car is covered in plastic and foil. I mean, like, the only thing he didn't have was a tin hat. Literally, he had a wall of foil like it was a limousine. It was the scariest car I've ever seen. He had trash everywhere. I'm like, I'm not getting in that car. I'm like, cancel the ride. Well, he stuck around too. And we did get drivers that were amazing, that were super helpful, super kind. Like, you get in the car, they're like, hey, you need to know anything? Need to know where anything is? Let me know. I mean, just told you about the city. They were really, really great drivers too. So you'll learn as you order a car to see who's coming and whether you want the car or not. So be careful because it's kind of, so I had to call Uber and complain because I had one car. He literally did not come to me. He was 2 streets away and wanted me to walk it. You guys know I just got out of surgery. I'm not walking 2 streets. I can't go that far. I wouldn't make it. So I'm like, dude. He's like, well, they won't let me down Bourbon Street. I go, cars are passing me as you're saying that. So he literally stayed 2 streets away. He pushed the button saying he was at his location, or however that worked, because he was like close to us. But literally, you probably could have seen him way in the distance. So anyway, I'm trying to cancel the ride, and he's already registered that he's there. So it's going to cost me money to cancel the ride because he wants me to walk. So as soon as I canceled, then he came by, and I'm like, dude, we just canceled your ride. I'm like, what do you want? He already got the money. I mean, they're playing games with the cancellation fee. That's what I'm trying to warn you about. Jack, since it's been quite a long time, can you turn comments back on? No. But thank you for asking. Just you, Mike. Just you, Mike. Let's see. Let's see, Jack as a man. American civilians getting the cancellation fee is keep people from trolling them constantly. I know why there's a cancellation fee. I get it. So I totally get it. But they had no help button. They had no where you contact Uber and complain. But I do know this. I did learn this about Uber. I was told, I don't know if this is true, but if you have less than 4.5 stars, they stop you from being an Uber driver. If you have less than 4 stars, I don't know where the mark is, but if you get bad ratings, you can get prevented from giving rides. So if you have a bad experience, contact Uber and let them know. And I do know this, Uber is very big on customer service. So they'll help you if you have a driver that's inappropriate, whatever, but the car is inappropriate, you need your money back because you didn't feel safe. Never get in a car that you don't feel safe. So I'm okay with the cancellation fee, but it was kind of twisted how they took advantage of it. Uber always works for me. Oh, well, I'm sorry. You know what? Paul says it's the first time he's ever had issues. He was on the phone with Uber. It's like the first time he ever called Uber with an issue. He always has good drivers. Maybe it's just New Orleans. I don't know. It seemed like the guys that gave me trouble were ex-cab drivers. Like they had worked in the cab company, like were comfortable. It just felt like they were cab drivers. I don't know. They were just sitting there chilling. I mean, they didn't seem like they were trying to steal anything, or I just didn't feel comfortable in the tinfoil car. I'm like, I'm not sitting in tinfoil and plastic. But Jack, no, I'm not opening a restaurant. Uber always works for me. Oh, sorry, I read that. Morning, Jack. How was your morning? Everything's going good, David. We've not had any bad experience with Uber. No, that's what Paul said. He saw it firsthand. I was my first time ever, so I don't know what it's like to use Uber. I've never used Lyft. I've never used Uber. But when I did, let's see here. Jack, do you listen to Junior's music yourself? Oh yeah, I like what Jack Jr. is writing right now. There will be a mini, an LP or an EP, or I don't know what. I don't understand what he's calling it, but he is putting together an album and videos for each song, and it's really good stuff. I'm pretty impressed with his writing. So I promise you, I'll let you know as soon as it's available. It's probably better than anything we've done yet. So let's see here. Let's see. I would visit Jack's restaurant. Yep, not opening a restaurant. I would have gone in. I would have gone in the tin car. That's great. You let me know how that is, or walk it. I didn't know the town. Paul knew it was a couple streets away. I didn't even know what direction it was, so I wasn't about ready to walk it anyway. I'm still trying to get my strength back. Everything's great. I'm walking better than I ever have. But you know what? It's a 6-month healing process, and I haven't completed it yet. So I'm not gonna tweak my Achilles tendon again because some driver doesn't know his town. Let's see here. What was your favorite dish this week? My favorite dish was I learned to like charred oysters. I didn't know that was a thing. And the way charred oysters, it's an oyster, oyster and a half shell. Melted butter is inside it, and a coat of like 3 cheeses are on top of it. Parmesan, pecorino, whatever the cheese is. There were some really good charred oysters I had. So that was like my favorite dish. I tasted good jambalaya, I tasted good gumbo, but my favorite dish was the charred oysters. Didn't think that was a thing, but that's a new thing in my book. Let's see, albums are pretty expensive. Good luck to him. Yeah, he's going to be putting it up on Spotify. I'll let you know where it is. So you got it all here for free. Let's see. What was your favorite dish? Oh, good question. Let's see. LP is generally a full album. EP will have fewer songs. He's calling it an LP, but it's an EP. But he can call it whatever he wants because it's not going to be on vinyl. It's not that any. I mean, they're just digital songs. So I'll let him call it whatever he wants. He's already writing past that. So he's written the 4 songs that they're producing right now, and he's writing more songs on top of that for the second project. So he's going pretty fast. You should do tater tot hot dish on the show. Favorite Midwest dish? Sounds like oysters Rockefeller. Maybe it is. Is oysters Rockefeller melted butter with melted cheese on top? They were really good. It's like the ones I ate in the video this morning. Those were charred oysters. And it wasn't the only place I saw it with that place. So, okay, check you ever skip church on Sundays. Not something I want to get into right now. I think so, but they do sound delicious. Yeah, they really are. They're really good, guys. I like raw oysters, but this was a great change. I also like deep fried fat belly oysters. It's a different kind of oyster you catch only in one area of the ocean. I don't remember where. If I burn, I burn. Sometimes it's hard to get up after drinking all night. All right. So unless it's for an artistic person, I must have missed the first part. I never understood what people buy. Oh, physical stuff now. You guys are flying by nowadays. Yeah. I do know vinyl's still a thing. I do know people still buy vinyl. I have a White Wedding. Who sings White Wedding? What's his name? Billy Idol. I have a white vinyl. It's a white record of Billy Idol's White Wedding. I have a purple album for Prince, Purple Rain album. So I have a lot of collectibles. I have an album that if you start the album, it's one song. It's a 12-inch record. It's one song. If you lift the needle and drop it down again, anywhere in the album, it'll be another song. It's like they grooved 2 songs side by side. It's pretty cool. So, and they're both good songs. So let's see. I have over 3,000 vinyl records in my garage from when I DJed. Will you ever invent your own pizza? Probably not. I've never thought about it, so I probably won't unless I come across one I just think is a combination that I've never heard of. Then I'll create my own. Honest answer, only Jack. Have you or a guest ever lied in a review? No, honestly. But I have changed my mind during the filming. So I would eat like that, like the jambalaya had good flavor in this morning's video, but I realized the more I ate it, the drier it was, and it wasn't as appealing as I knew jambalaya to be. One of the things you got to be careful, jambalaya is like pizza, okay? A lot of jambalayas has sausage or shrimp or both. They have a bunch of ingredients, and a lot of jambalaya places try and rip you off of ingredients, just like pizza places. You know how you get a pizza topping, there's barely anything on it? Yeah, same thing. Jack, that's awesome that you have such an extensive vinyl collection. Do you still have good sound system for it? I have one turntable with a USB cord, so if I ever need to digitize any song on my vinyl, I could transfer it. But I used to have Technique 1200s. I even have a record at was it a 38? Played at a faster speed. It was a Nat King Cole from my mom. She kept it, and it was like twice as thick as a regular vinyl record. That's crazy. Let's see, my local church I used to go to before coronavirus wasn't even careful at all. 3, yeah. Okay, great. I'm sorry they tested positive. I really do. We have a section in our church for a masked area. It's roped off. You can't sit in that area unless you have a mask. So that's where I used to sit. But then they made it a masked area. And I'm like, no, I'm good. Let's see, got 2 turntables under my. I have a question for you guys. I wanted to ask you, I wrote some notes down so I could ask you some things. The first question is, 45 or 78? It was 78. It wasn't 45, it was 78. It was a 12-inch 78 of Nat King Cole. So are you guys, I mean, what if we have to wear masks January 1st? That's the question. What if we have to wear a mask January 1st? Because, I mean, the more I think about this, the more I think I'm not doing this the rest of my life. I'm not living in a bubble. I'm not living in fear in a bubble. I walked around, the cold kills more people than the coronavirus, and I didn't walk around in a bubble before this year. So I'm wondering, because I know this, if we're required to wear a mask January 1st, the whole year is shot. They're going to make it go the whole year. Etch in Nashville is nice. I'll have to check that out. Thank you very much. Why don't you and Tammy do a fancy restaurant review? We do. We will. I want to do Old Hickory Steakhouse. That's the next fancy restaurant I want to do. I'm okay if we're still wearing masks at that point. It isn't that oppressive to me. I don't know. I like to breathe 100% of the oxygen that I need without having, steam building up and your face breaking out. And it's pretty restrictive. I wouldn't mind if we're required and if things are getting worse. That's what I'm asking, getting worse. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Things were worse before the coronavirus. You had a bigger killer nobody cared about. That's my question. Nobody wore a mask for the flu. And the flu and pneumonia, those numbers are down, ironically. But the flu and pneumonia killed more people every year than the coronavirus. The thing with the coronavirus is it's more contagious, supposedly. And which is weird because we had a case here at the house and I never got it. We had somebody who tested positive in our house and they're totally fine. They went right through it like it was just a flu. So I'm not sure if we could do a January 1st mask. No, it's not anarchy. I'm just saying that I have a feeling if we start the new year wearing masks, it's gonna just drag on. Do you guys remember when they told us 2 weeks? All you gotta do is wear a mask for 2 weeks. This whole thing will be gone. Really? Well, 4 months later, 5 months later. So if the mandate, and they keep going back and forth and all that, they're back. Some people are back to the mask mandate. The mask mandate, even though they lifted the mandate, still we all practice. At a restaurant, we'd walk to the table with our mask, and every business is still holding on for dear life for the mask. They have wipe downs every hour, and it's on and on. I'm like, why didn't we care about cleanliness before? No, I'm not a health expert, dude. I'm just a human being with, thoughts in my brain. Sorry, I can't. I thought for myself. I apologize. I'll try not to think for myself. Oh, geez, goofy. Really? Wow. I guess you've never made a smart thought in your head ever. It's very common to wear a mask in Japan when sick. You know what? Japanese have worn it for years. I get it. They go around, they have a lot of smog in their city. They're congested as a society. That's always been a thing. The Japanese, when they travel, they were smart. I mean, when they would travel, because that's where you had a lot of issues, were in planes. So show me some proof that masks help. Yeah, that's what I don't. I mean, we've been asked to pick sides. You know what? I'll always respect the mask, but you people with the mask don't respect the no mask. My beliefs that I don't think I should have to wear a mask. Your beliefs you should wear, and you want me to accept your way, but you won't accept my way. I don't get it. It's like that a lot in society. Oh, you can believe whatever you want, unless you don't believe what I think. Really? That's a crazy way. Not caring about the safety of others isn't very Christian. No, I didn't say that, Daniel. Thanks for putting words in my mouth. Ding, 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 ding. Word in my mouth. Comment number 1. I did not say I didn't care about other people's health. Okay, if you're 80 years old and you have a breathing disorder or you have a medical disorder, you should be with a mask. That's how it should be. Okay? If you're 20 and you're pumping 350 pounds on the bench press, if it's so, you know what? If you think the mask is so important, why don't children have it on? Oh, well, they're little. They need to breathe. And oh, I see how it is. So that's what I don't get. Either we all do it or we don't all do it. Let's all do it. Okay? So that's my opinion. Sorry, I have an opinion. I'll table it. Masks are mandatory. Masks are mandatory. Let's see. Yeah, so I do respect it. I do wear it. If it's mandatory, I put the mask on. All right, so let's get to my next topic of the turkey video that I'm got ready to do. I need your help on that. I'm about ready to do the master build air fryer. I have a 15-pound turkey. How should I cook it? Should I Cajun it? Should I regular like rosemary and thyme and salt and pepper? How should I season this turkey? How should I prepare it? Should I inject it? Should I rub it down with oil or butter, put butter under the skin? What do you guys think? How do you guys do your turkeys? Because I'm not sure how I'm going to cook this one. Oh, fry it. Fry dip it in butter. Bubblegum, oh man. Deep fried is the best way I've ever had turkey. But Masterbuilt just sent me this air fryer that goes outside with the propane tank, and it cooks. And it can cook up to a 20-pound turkey. So we're doing that for Thanksgiving. So I need to know how to prepare the turkey. Anyone else upset Jack's going to went on vacation on our dime, especially when he dissed the other people for abusing it, and he's stuffing his face. Yeah, I don't understand what you're talking about. By the way, I paid for everything on the trip, but it's your dime. Somehow you own my money. It's in my pocket. Salt brine. Okay. I've never done a brine. Does brine really help? Because you can do a salt brine before you put it in. You can inject before you put it in. It's an air fryer, but it's a 20 quart. It's a big air fryer. Let's see. This is okay. Salt brine sounds good. Have you guys salt brine? Have you brined before? The brining really makes it. Now, pickled turkey, is pickle juice a brine? I mean, maybe that's what pickling is with a brine. I don't know. I'm not as versed as you guys in the brine area, so I'm really not sure. I'm waiting for the air fried turkey. It's going to be amazing. I know. It's going to cook great. I know. But I want to give it the right flavors. So I'm asking you guys what I should do. I've been listening to you guys a lot lately. Those of you who make sense. It's just two of us. So no turkey for us this year. So this, we'll probably have ham. Princess Puppy Pants. You know what I'd do if it was just me and Tammy? Go get Cornish game hen. Get 2 Cornish game hens, one for you and one for your other half, and make those in the air fryer, or make those deep fried, or make them however you like it. But Cornish game hens are really good if you don't need a whole turkey, or turkey breast. Grab turkey breast and I got a huge deep fried turkey in the fryer right now. Oh, Devin. Oh, you're making my mouth water. When's that going to be ready? Let's see. Jack, can you do a remake of your old intro? It'd be an awesome throwback. I still have all the footage for all my intros. I have everything. Oh, by the way, my computer died upstairs. The one I had at the beginning of the show. It's gone. It just won't boot up. It's dead. It just died. Luckily, I had a service that would back up that computer. So that goes in the trash. And then I downloaded the files I care about, and I put them on my backup drive. What's in your list for Christmas? Christmas. Wow. You just jumped right there. Why have you disabled comments and like buttons? Because it's not anything I want to read or make visible to anybody. Any good ideas for gifts from men? There was a service that wanted to sponsor my show. I turned it down. It's called Scentbird, and it's for women and men, and it's cologne and perfume subscription. and they give you a nice size portion of different fragrances, Burberry and Calvin Klein, and I mean they got some of the newer fragrances, and you can subscribe to that. That's a good gift. Get somebody a year subscription for that, whether it's man or woman. That's what any good idea for gifts for men. It's so hard to buy for my husband. Yeah. So this is why you buy for him, and he smells good, and you get to enjoy that. That's good. Meat box. Meat box. I do Butcher Box. Okay. Butcher Box is a meat service. Meat Box, I'm guessing, is a meat service too. I never heard of it, but I have to tell you guys, if you haven't had clean, fresh meat that's been delivered in ice, and I mean it's amazing. You won't go. You may not go back. I mean, the supermarket sells some pretty slimy chickens, But if you've ever gone to the Amish and bought their chickens, it's amazing. California, you could get out to the farm and pick your pig, have it slaughtered and packaged, order half a side of beef. You could go to farms, even in California. Doesn't matter where you live. There is somewhere nearby that you can get fresh meat, fresh produce. Like you get produce at the farmer's market, you get meat from the farmers direct, and they'll slaughter it for you and package it up. And that's pickled brine chicken before. Hold on. Pickled brine chicken before, and it was really good. A pickled brine turkey could be interesting. Ooh, now you're making me think. How many jars of pickle juice am I going to have to buy? I'm going to get those giant ones at Walmart. Can you, wait, let me ask you guys this. Maybe I'm making a big mistake. Can you use pickle brine on a turkey, or does it have to be just like salt water? Children aren't passing, let's see. Children aren't passing it on? That's your opinion. From what I heard, they pass it on more than everybody else. I know every cold I ever got was from my son's elementary school. Jack and the Girl Christmas video at Paula Dean's was nice, and you ran into a fan. Paula Dean's just came to Nashville, so I'm going to have to review that restaurant. I'll have to go and see if it's as good as the one I went to back in Sevierville, or was it Sevierville, or was it Gatlinburg, or it was in that area. I go to the farms to get fresh milk. That's a big thing, guys. I didn't know that. Fresh milk. Yeah, it hasn't been processed or homogenized. And I don't know if that's safe or not, but I mean, I'm guessing it is. You guys have been drinking fresh milk from the farm. You could raise your own chickens. Ooh. I always wanted to do that, by the way. Have a bunch of free-range chickens. I have a fence, but I'd have to get a chicken house because they've got to have a place to be safe. And have to make sure that they're protected. I'm going to go make dinner, and I will post on your Facebook group. Okay. Princess Puppy Pants. Think about that, the Cornish game hens, all right? Let's see here. How we doing time? I've gone over. Let me see. I use a citrus bourbon brine and spatchcock my turkey for faster cooking. I can't spatchcock it because the air fryer is kind of a round basket. Like you just drop you guys remember my trash can turkey? That's what this is like. You drop the turkey in it. So I don't really need to spatchcock it. But when you go hunting back, when you're fully recovered, I would like to, yeah. Fresh food is always better than canned or processed food. Yes, sir. Let's see, Snake River Farms Meats includes prime beef and American Wagyu online. All right, that's cool. Thanks for sharing, you guys. I appreciate all these tips. Non-pasteurized milk is healthier and awesome for your immune system. Oh, okay, I didn't know that. I can't verify any of the stuff that's being said, but I mean, I trust you guys. So I'll double verify, but I trust what you're saying. The brine, I'm just not sure which one to do. I may go like Amazing Ribs is a reputable website. I may go on amazingribs.com and see what they're doing, or some of the other guys that I know have already done on YouTube. I'll get some suggestion on how to brine the turkey. Some states you need to buy a part of the cow to buy raw milk. Yeah, you got to buy the udder. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Goat is delicious. Yeah, goat meat. I had it for the first time 2 years ago, probably. It was in a brown gravy, and it's weird because, like, I'm used to eating beef, of course. And when you have bones in your beef, it's a certain way. Well, goat has kind of more pieces of bones. It's just interesting. Chicken can fly over a regular fence. Okay, I'll have to look into that before I buy chickens, find out what needs to be done. The Stones or the Beatles? The Beatles, of course. The Beatles. If you've never been to Vegas, when you go to Vegas, go see the show Love by Beatles Love. That is a great show. Yeah, I never got into the Stones. Let's see here. Have a good day, Jack. You too, David. Can we get some liquor reviews, please? You're already putting alcohol in dishes, so it isn't a big deal. The difference is my alcohol cooks off, so I'm not getting wasted by eating bourbon chicken. Yeah, and it's not exactly the same. Plus, I use alcohol to deglaze the pan, but these pans I got never need deglazing. That's what's frustrating. That's what I miss about stuff that sticks in the pan, because nothing sticks in the Rock cookware that I'm using. Oh, and by the way, the Rock company sent me the Diamond Edition. So we're going to not only, the pans that I just absolutely love, we're going to the next level. Is that even a thing? Nothing sticks to these things. They're the best pans I've ever. What could be better unless it rubs my shoulders while I'm frying up an egg? I don't know. Just take a sip. Hello. One sip doesn't hurt. Okay. So obviously you like alcohol. Have you ever slaughtered a chicken? I did it. It was rough compared to hunting. I can watch, but I don't know if I can do it properly, or I'd want to. A pig, the way they slaughter a pig, they shoot it in the head. I'm not right here with a air gun. But I have watched the pig get slaughtered, but I have not seen a chicken. Excuse me. What's the brand of what? I'm sorry, Quick Ice car reviews. I'm not sure what you're referring to. Let's see if I can see your question up above. No. What's the brand of what? Can you smell what the Rock is cooking? Oh, by the way, guys, I just read an article. Did you know The Rock and his ex-wife own the XFL? I didn't know the XFL was still around. Oh my gosh. So who knows? We might be watching football soon. I don't know. But yeah, Dwayne The Rock Johnson and his ex-wife own the XFL. That's pretty cool. Could you imagine, like, picking a guy up and slamming him down and the ball pops out, and it's kind of a cross between wrestling, rugby, and football? That would be crazy. Can we talk about salads? Ooh, salads. I just, let's see, we'll talk about salads. All right, well, you start. Pots. Oh, the brand is called The Rock by Star Frit. Let me write down the company on here. You look for this company, Star Frit. The Rock. There you go. That's the brand. That's like the best cookware I've ever cooked on. I just literally rinse and wipe. I didn't even scrub. You're welcome. Quick Ice Car Reviews. Thanks for asking. Let me know what you think. I mean, I have no problem recommending this cookware to anybody. Let's see. Jack, why did your wedding ring change? One of the reasons is it was starting to get dinged up. The other reason is it's easier to clean my hands when cooking. You guys would have connection fits if I wore my wedding ring while I was cooking. I didn't care. It got cleaned and scrubbed all the time, but it's easier to use one of these to wash your hands and to sanitize your hands while you're cooking. There's a thing called chess boxing. There's a thing called chess pie too. I don't think they're the same thing, but yeah, I don't know what chess boxing is. Let's see. You a fan of MMA? Oh yeah, I mean, I mean, I can't watch boxing ever again after when I remember, guys remember Hoist Gracie? Oh my gosh, when he came out with UFC, or I think he started UFC, I don't remember, but he started the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. It was like I was blown away. I'm like, that dude just kicked him in the face and his tooth went flying. I'm like, who does that? Boxing's like boxing now is not doesn't even look real. Can you give a shout out to my friend Terry Davis and his tech channel? Okay, Terry Davis's tech channel. Yay! I want to make it more exciting. Sorry, Terry Davis's tech channel. I remember your bean salad video. I grew up on bean salad. Yeah, I remember people get super butthurt about your ring. People get butthurt. That's why the comments are off. People get butthurt about everything. Now, the people who are friends here, and people who are friends on Facebook, people who are friends on Twitter, people who are friends on Instagram, they don't get all weirded out. But then you open up the comment section YouTube, and you get every Tom, Dick, and Harry just commenting whatever they want. Let's see. Yeah, the bean salad had me dead mad love for that video. Let's see. Just trying to catch up what you guys are screaming by. What's your favorite meal of Tammy's? Hey, Tam, what's my favorite meal of yours? Oh, she don't cook. Oh, she makes, you know what my favorite dish from Tammy is? Her guacamole. We did a video on it too. Her guacamole is always good, always top notch, A plus. Oh, but sometimes I think she should leave a little more of the seeds from the jalapeno than others. Sometimes she makes it too hot. Sometimes she doesn't make it hot enough. So the heat always varies, but the flavor of her guacamole, man, the whole Gracie family is incredible. Yes, they are. I remember when Hoist Gracie had to stop because he hurt himself. Yeah, the bean. Let's see here. Oops, let's get that all scrolled up here. Wow, those pots aren't that expensive. No, they're not. And literally, I'm telling you, I think they're from France. Could you do a? Let's see. Okay, I'll have to look that up. I don't know what that is. What's your favorite barbecue sauce? I'm not going to say my own because I've been making my own for 12 years. You kind of get used to it. I would not say it's my go-to is, I mean, doctoring barbecue sauce. Everybody does. But my go-to is Sweet Baby Ray's right now. That's on the market. But I'll tell you, there's a lot of small brands like they sell in their restaurants. I like to buy sauce from the barbecue places that I eat at. If they're good, I buy a jar of it or a couple jars of it. My buddy Terry, the 4th of July party that I go to every year in Kentucky, he has one of my favorite vinegar-based. Let's see, Macon Road Barbecue in Columbus, Georgia is incredible. I've heard that name before. Somebody told me that already. I've heard that. Have you tried Ray's unsweetened hickory? It's amazing. I do the Ray's sugar-free, of course. I do the sugar-free Ray's barbecue sauce. I think I've done an amazing job. It's the best sugar-free on the market. If you're looking for sugar-free barbecue sauce, they have 2 flavors. I think it's hickory and regular, I think. I didn't call you. Oh man, got caught up in some online poker. Oh, okay. Yeah. Things are way different in Vegas, I'll tell you. It's if you've never been to Vegas, it's a town that never sleeps, seriously. And you'll have a blast, even if you don't gamble. Because like I go to Vegas and I don't always gamble. Usually I may spend 20 or 40 bucks a day. If I am gambling, I get bored of losing. So I hate giving my money away like that. Just feeding it in a machine and nothing coming out of it. So they're really top notch. Um, yeah, well, I'm not a gambler. I don't gamble for a profession. I've played cards. I've played poker. I've played. Yeah, I gamble, but I haven't gambled in years. So it's not that I didn't want to. It's just that I don't live in Vegas, and if I go to Vegas, I may play bingo or keno or um, my favorite is probably Texas Hold'em. It's the easiest. I know all the rules. We don't gamble, but we do play Ukri. What is Ukri? Am I even pronouncing it right? Ukri? Is it Ukri or Ukri? Jack, what sports did you play in high school? I wrestled in high school. Ketchup or mayonnaise? Depends on what. If you just ask me which one I like better, it's probably uh, mayonnaise, because mayonnaise is you can. I mean, ketchup has a lot of sugar in it, so I don't eat much ketchup anymore. Which one I think is the best? I don't know. I'd probably go ketchup if I had to pick one. Gambling is a sin. Really? What verse is that? Can you show me that? Because I've read the Bible 7 times, and I don't know that gambling is a sin. But I'll have to look that up. But no, it's like, well, I ain't gonna get into. I'm not gonna get into theology right now. Euchre. Oh, it's euchre. What is euchre? I've done penny poker. I've done pretzel poker. We play pretzels of the family. Pronounced euchre. Okay, got it. Thank you. How was high school for you, by the way? You seem like you were probably the life of the party. No, I was a nerd. When nerds was not popular, I was a nerd in high school. I'm going to be totally honest with you. I I didn't change until 12th grade. Before that, I would eat my lunch alone in the library. I was a sad case. I was president of the chess club, president of the computer club. There's only one computer on campus, and I was on it every day. So then, when I got into high school, became a senior, I was like, you know what? I'm tired of being a loner. I'm tired of being a dork. I'm tired of being weird. I'm tired of being, not having a lot of friends. I'm just tired. I'm tired of being pushed around by the bullies in the school, that kind of thing. I'm the dude who would, you threaten to beat up unless I did your homework kind of guy. But then at 12th grade, I literally turned it all around. And then when I graduated high school, I started DJing nightclubs. And I then as you say, the life of the party. I then turned it all around. I would tell girls that they were beautiful. I was honest with everybody. I became brutally honest. I got tired of keeping my mouth shut. I just got tired of it. And I'm like, you know what? All my friends are dating a bunch of girls, and, I don't go on any dates or anything. I'm like, this sucks. I'm tired of it all. And I'm going to change it all. And my senior year, I did. And I did some things I wasn't proud of, but I did turn it all around, personality wise, and I became outgoing. And that's why I did nightclubs. I went to radio. I did artist management. I just kept going. I was in the entertainment field my whole life. So, no, I did not see the new Borat movie. I haven't seen any movies. I'm not paying $20 on TV to watch a movie. So I'll wait till they hit Redbox. The Apostle Paul, okay. The law, aka Old Testament, doesn't apply to the Gentiles. By the way, I've been playing chess with my kids lately. Chess is my favorite game, by the way. I love chess. I know it's not a gambling game, but it's one of my favorite. I grew up on chess. I competed against other high schools. It was awesome. The only thing I don't like is time chess. We used to have the clock. You had to smack and stop the clock and start his clock. He had a minute, and then he'd hit it, and then have a minute. I'd hit it. I don't like that because I like to think of 3 moves ahead. Do you like the song "One Night in Bangkok"? Yeah, it's a good song. That's from the '80s. Yeah, time in chess can get crazy. Yes, I couldn't handle that. That would mess with my thought process because I wasn't worried about what was on the board. I was worried about what was on the clock. And by the way, some people can play algebraically. They can play over the phone. I mean, they can, A7 to A12 or something. I'm like, I know how to do that, but that too is not fun. I did have a chessboard that would move the pieces itself. That was cool. Jack, when are you going to do a meet and greet with all your fans? So I'm trying to meet more people and invite more people. That's why when I went to New Orleans, I did some posting where I was going to be in 30 minutes. That's why when I went on Burger Wars, I did the same thing. I met some great viewers. Lots of times people who are flying into Nashville, they're going to be here a while. They'll write me and say, hey, I want to meet you. Let's go do a video together. And I'll be like, okay, why don't you meet me at this place or this place, and we can film together. That's fine. So I'm trying to meet. It's basically salt on steroids. Let's see. I didn't get the first comment. I know that's a continuation. Jack, when are you going to go? It's basically salt on steroids is what I heard. But should you put the same amount of MSG than salt on recipes? Jack, why were you happy that Rafferty's? See, that's what I don't get. Who said I was happy? I never said I was happy. How did you get that I was happy Rafferty's closed down? I went there last night to have dinner, and it was tape. It was like police tape across the front. And they're permanently closed, and now you got to go to Bowling Green to eat at Rafferty's. I said, hey, everybody, Rafferty's is permanently closed at the, I gave the wrong city. I said Hendersonville first. And then all your GPS, fanboys, they're all, it's not Hendersonville. And that's all they would say. They wouldn't even tell me where it was. So I had to look it up, and it's Madison Rivergate. But I was not happy in that post. So I'm not sure how you saw happiness by me announcing a restaurant went under. It's sad because it's one of my favorite restaurants in the area. Let's see. But no, Jim, I was not happy about that at all. It's very sad, and I think it's big news because that place was always busy. I don't know what's causing. I know why some people go under. That company didn't go under. They just closed that location. So I'm not sure, unless everybody in our city has not been going out so much that the restaurants can't survive, and we're going to be living in a ghost town soon. Still thinking about the best shindig place. Yeah. Take your time. We got a whole year. Your post seemed a little mean. I know you didn't mean it like that, though. How was it a little mean? Tell me what part. Did I put permanently closed in capital letters? I was emphasizing that it wasn't just closed for the day, because nobody cares about that. Oh, hey, McDonald's is closed at 2 a.m. It was more like permanently closed. I mean, it's like no longer you can eat there. There was a sign on the door, and oh no, well, she says I was being mean. You're saying I was happy. How are you guys getting these feelings? I don't get it. I hope it's a cool place for us. Thank you, Zooty Peppers. Some companies are closing locations to try and stave off bankruptcy. No, I agree with you. I understand. I believe Madison, or that area, Rivergate area, not as many people are coming out to eat and supporting the places. And so they're having to shut down that store because it's not making the money it needs to keep us alive. So they're closing the lower money making spots. I hear Chick-fil-A is doing, I'm not Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A is doing great, by the way. They always have a line of cars out the back. I mean, right into the street. Chipotle is another company that's booming during the pandemic. I mean, booming. Their stock is skyrocketed. They've made a lot of money during this pandemic. Who's calling me? Let's see. Anyway, it's way over. The na part sounded mean-spirited. Oh, no, I totally get it. I get it now. Now I totally understand how you got that feeling. I try and pick a song that's related to what's going on in the picture. So they were going away. So I had na. Because people play that like when the other team loses, it's a celebration song in their mind. And it may have sounded like I was happy about it. You know what? I'm going to delete that when I get off here. Because you're absolutely right. That wasn't the right song. It should have been melancholy or sad. And I should have spent a little more time picking my song. You're absolutely right. Now I get it. Okay, so I just need things explained to me. I apologize. He must have really loved the place. I did. The place was great. They had a hot finger chicken. It was like you get like blue cheese, and you would get Frank's Red Hot on the chicken salad. It was super good. It was my favorite thing in that restaurant. Jack, were they taking the pandemic seriously and all? Oh, more serious than in Nashville. I mean, they were really taking it serious. Those guys were great. Everybody we ran into, other than some of the Uber drivers, but everybody we ran into, from the hotel to the valet to the restaurants, they were 100% taking things, according to whatever was told to them. Jack, thank you for the stream today. Not a problem. A Chick-fil-A location just opened near me. Congratulations, Dio. Be ready to wait in line still. And I'm recommending, if you like Chick-fil-A, I'm doing a video on the app to see how much time it takes to wait in line, how much time it takes to get your app. Because your app, you can park somewhere by my Chick-fil-A and just pick it up, walk right up and pick it up. You almost walk right up to, like, I guess the drive-in guys run it to you. All you do is tell them who you are. So we're going to time them side by side. I'll have that video for you, Jack in the Go. Mexican food, Food Wars tour is going to be next. Paul will be with me in that one. I know we've talked a lot about it. I'm excited about it. Tammy's excited because that's her favorite food. So, so you guys hang in there. Watch the Cajun Food Wars tour this morning on Jack in the Go. It just started, and I hope you enjoy it. I had a blast in New Orleans. Thanks again, everybody, for being so proud of your city in New Orleans. It was great to see such a love for your city, more than out here. They love Nashville out here, but New Orleans is their heads up high. All right, I love you guys. Take care. Enjoy your Saturday. Okay. So no matter what country you're watching me from, I appreciate you every minute, and thank you very much. And I'll let you know before I make the turkey what I decide on. I'll post about it. Okay. I'll post some pictures so you guys can see what I do. I just don't want to ruin this turkey. I imagine making a brine that tastes like dirt. All right. I love you guys. Take care.